Hello everyone, it's Andrew at Gongs Unlimited, and we're doing a marvelous sound guided meditation, sound healing today, and we brought a chunk of our crew in to do that with you. Always happy to share some healing vibes and some meditation. You might notice that we're surrounded by 4 incredible Gongland gongs. They're the number 9 gongs. They all have unique hand-hammered bells or nipples in them that you can play, as well as being so big you get a good wash. So how we're going to do it today is I will kind of work with the 3 people here who are joining us to receive the meditation and the healing, but even the players will receive some of the healings, and you at home, if you roll along with us, will can get this healing in this meditation too. So it's kind of like we're doing it right here, but it's the ripples of vibrations, the reverberations can go out into the universe, wherever it's going to work. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Okay. So just listen to the gongs for a moment. Just let yourself find a comfortable place to sit or lay down. You know, if you're, currently like in a Virgin Galactic tour around the planet, you may want to wait till you get back on Earth. But give yourself a chance to get back to Earth. Notice your body and your breath. And just say hello to your body. Notice the feet and the back on the floor. And I want you to imagine your consciousness, your awareness behind your eyes in the center of your head. Put your attention there. Maybe your head hurts. Maybe it feels filled with stuff. That's okay. Just say hello to it. It doesn't have, if it's in pain, that's okay. It just means there's some other person's energy in there. And then I want you to pick a corner, an upper corner in the room, one of the 4 corners, and imagine yourself in one of those corners. Your consciousness, your awareness. Good. And say hello to your body from that corner. And now I want you to come back in to behind your eyes, the center of your head. Do you notice a difference? Do you feel like the body, its weight, its awareness, all its things? Say hello to that. Your body is what you created to experience all the things this lifetime. A lot of people carry judgments about their body. I should be taller, I should be prettier, I should be this. But really, your body is doing great for letting you have an experience to learn as a spirit. Okay, I want you to imagine yourself, guys, back up on the corner of the room. And again, say hello to your body, and this time wave hi to it and say, thanks for letting me do all the things I'm learning about this lifetime. And then come back down into the center of your head. Now, guys, I want you to imagine the base of your spine, the first chakra. It's right at the bottom of your spine, the first chakra. And I want you to imagine a line of energy connecting your first chakra to the center of the planet. And it doesn't have to, you don't push it down there, you don't force, just imagine it. Just boom, it's there. And let that line of energy come as wide as your body is right now. This is called a grounding cord, and it allows you to release energy that's not you. So I want you to just imagine that grounding cord turning on and releasing stuff that's not you out of your body. Maybe it's something you picked up because you were healing someone, a friend. Maybe it's, an event you've been holding on to, or someone else's energy. Whatever it is, if it's not you, just say, go down the grounding cord like whoosh. And even the people playing the gongs can do that. You can connect your first chakra to the center of the planet, and just while you're playing the gong, just imagine that you're releasing energy too. You're not just here to create a sonic space for the people here, but you can get a healing by playing the gong. So if you have that connection to the planet and you're playing the gong, oh, I'm releasing things too. Now, I want you to imagine that this grounding cord is connecting to the various systems in your body. Allow it to connect to your nervous system. Let that grounding cord go up from your first chakra and just ground your entire nervous system. And if there's pain or stress there, let the sound help loosen it up and go down the grounding cord. And let it connect to your circulatory system, your blood, your spleen, all the things, your heart. And if you have stress there, let it release. Let it connect to your digestive system. And let it release energy. And if there's any part of your body that you've been, any system or organ you've been struggling with, or it's been having some, just let the grounding cord go right into it. Make it a beautiful color, this grounding cord that you like. And just say, help release any stuck energy there. And we'll let the sound help you do this. Now I want you just to postulate, just to imagine that every cell in your physical body is connected to the grounding cord. You don't have to perfectly see it, but just allow every cell, your skin cells, your blood cells, your brain cells, your every cell, just connect to that grounding cord. And just tell the grounding cord, just imagine it's strong enough to release any inherited stress you have, anything you've brought on, any judgment that's in it, any system that's not working perfectly. Just allow it to release. Just really allow yourself to have a full, energetic healing in your body. And from behind your eyes, go back to the center of your head, from behind your eyes, validate your body, congratulate your body. Tell it it's doing a great job of allowing you as a spirit, because this is a spiritual tool you're using, to do it. Say, body, thank you for letting me be myself as a spirit and help heal you. And notice what your body says back to you. Heal that communication. Sometimes you may hear your body give you a little note, like, hey, I'd really like more kale smoothies, or hey, I'd really like to take karate class, or I'd like more sleep, whatever it is. Now, one thing, you as a spirit, I want you to imagine your aura. Just tell your aura to come about 2 feet around you. Sometimes people's auras go all over the place. And I right now want to get about 2 feet. So you don't have to fight it, or it's not your body. This is a good transition. This is a spiritual communication you're giving to yourself as a spirit. Aura, come 2 feet around me, like down around my feet, above my head, on my sides. There, you're doing great. I can see you guys are doing it. You're doing great. Great. Do you notice how that feels different? Now for fun, ask your aura to come around like 6 inches from your body, really close. This is not normally where you have it that close, but imagine 6. And notice if you feel a little different. Great. And now let it go back out to about 2 or 3 feet. Underneath you even, on the floor. Great. You guys are doing great. Okay. Well, we've sort of started to heal the physical body, or at least gave it a chance to have a better communication. We're going to go inward even more. Now, the people laying here may not have heard before of the etheric body or the emotional body, but that's another layer inside your body. I've heard it described once as if you've ever heard those stories about the person who dies in the hospital for a little bit and they're bumping into walls and they're walking into walls, but they're not doing anything. You know, they can't go up to higher levels. That's your etheric body. It's your emotional body. So I want you guys, and it sort of looks similar to your physical body, with changes. So I want you guys to kind of imagine your consciousness, your awareness, connecting into your emotional body. It's going to feel a little different. I want you to walk around in that a little. Like, not walk around, but have your attention in it. It may not feel, there might be pain in there might be stuff, muck, but just imagine yourself going. You don't have to go into effort. Just say, I'm going to be in my etheric body now, my emotional body. And just say hello to it. Really good. And now I want you to say hello to one energy in there that's happy or light in your etheric body. And say hello to it. Maybe it's a good time you had, or maybe it's a good friendship you have, or some positive thing. And validate that and say hello to it and go, yeah. My emotions are not just about struggle and pain, they're good times too. And this is beautiful. You've noticed the gong playing's gotten a little bit more gentle. We're going to a higher vibration, and so they don't need to bang the gongs as hard because we're talking about a lighter vibration. You're doing great now, guys. I know you're poised for it. You can see it coming. I go, why don't you say a little one bit of stuck energy or pain in your emotional body? Just one little piece. You don't have to go for the almost horrific time of your life. Do it for something simple that is ready to release. And I want you to imagine, say hello to it and get a sense of it. It's not you. And the great thing about this is you don't have to carry it forever. You just weren't aware of it, so you were walking away from it and going, oh, I don't want to get to that part of my etheric body because that's when it hurt from that bad time in middle school or this or that. And I want you to imagine grounding that piece of energy, grounding that stuck place, just to release the charge, the energy. You're not releasing the experience, you're releasing the charge so it's not painful anymore. Maybe it was something you were aware of. Maybe it's something you weren't aware of. Maybe you go, man, I just feel this big black piece of chunk there, or I felt something that's like, bleh. It's okay if you don't even see it, if you just have a feeling. And just say hello to it and forgive yourself and forgive the whole situation. Just go, it was a time and it was an experience. And the gongs are going to help you. The sound's going to help you now. Beautiful. I can see a lot of forgiveness coming in and a lot of new light energies coming in here. It's beautiful. You're doing great. And if you've been holding on to some energy, if there was a situation that caused this, and people forgive everyone involved, yourself, everyone. Your consciousness is in your etheric, your emotional body. It's not in the time period, your present time, looking at it. You don't have to go back to that time that was a difficult emotion. You're wiser now. We're kind of releasing this kind of karma and turning it into a wisdom. And everyone playing the gongs, if you want to let the sound heal your space that might be getting charged up, and everyone there watching, if when you see this, if you're going to allow the sound of the gongs to help you, that's great. And here, if you've already released one, you want to try another one, go ahead. I'm not going to stop you. Just when you thought 2 bodies was enough, no, we're going to the 3rd body in. We're going to stop at 3, but we're going into the 3rd body. You may have heard it called the astral body. You know, when people have dreams, oh, I'm astral projecting. I'm going this and that. It's yet another body that can be similar to the one you have if you've updated it. Sometimes people are walking around in other types of bodies. But, you know, it's like when people first pass away and they go, whoa, I'm not my body anymore, but they still think they're in a body. That's your astral body. And I want everyone here on the floor here to allow their consciousness to go into your astral body. It's going to be a little higher vibration even. Allow your awareness to go in. You go in there every night when you're asleep. It should be a familiar thing. When you're sleeping and you leave your body, every night you die in a sense. We all die every night when we leave our bodies. So I want you to just go into that astral body and see how that feels different. It's not going to be as emotional. It's going to be a lighter energy. It's a very creative space. People can create all kinds of things up on the astral. And just say hello to it. You don't have to fix it. You don't have to be scared of it. Just say hello to it. And just notice it. While the sound's going, I'm going to have a couple of healing guides come down and heal out that communication between your conscious mind and your astral body. So you might have better sleep, you might remember your dreams more, you might be more creative. And they're coming down. There are 3 different spirits that are working on you. You can notice if you feel it. And say hello to them. You're getting a really nice healing. Now, people at home, when you're watching this, you may not have a spirit guide right there, but you can just ask God, the source, the creator, whatever you like the term is, to heal your astral body too and connect with you. We're keeping a pretty high vibration, so if you're in this groove, can easily contact God and say, hey, can I get a healing? In fact, everyone that's playing the gong, why not, while you're doing this, why don't you just kind of do whatever little inside talk you do to ask the God to give you a little astral body healing. So we'll set it up that space can be that way. But these three, because there are our guinea pigs, our healing guinea pigs, are getting a special one. Yeah. And I see, sometimes there's like, I see one of the people here has a little damage to part of their astral body, and they're getting that healed. Got to some fights up there, dream time. I see another one is getting their energy, their astral body put into present time. It's from a few years ago. It's not necessarily where they're at right now. And that can make things slow down. And I see the third one is getting a lot more forgiveness brought into their astral body so they can have greater joy in their life. There's been kind of like you can't forgive. And I can, looking right now, God's coming out, everyone's getting their, they took your astral body out, and they're kind of giving it a little rinse, and then they're going to put it back in. It's all like, yeah, we'll just kind of scrub it up, and there we go. Yep. Okay. We've kind of cooked these three dumplings very well now. So people that are on the floor, I want you to take a moment and let go of that grounding cord you created. Just imagine it just dissolving away. It's spiritual energy. It just dissolve and it'll come back to you. And I want you to create a new one that holds all three of these bodies, that connects to your physical, your etheric, and your astral body. Just imagine a 3-layer grounding cord. And I want you to put your attention out back from the astral body to the etheric body, the emotional body, notice that. And then I want you to put your attention back to your physical body, the one I'm walking around doing things today. I'm do physical body. And I want you to imagine your energy behind your eyes. And now, like we did beginning, go to the corner of a room. Pick a corner of the room. And wave hi to your body. You as a spirit, wave hi to your body. And all bodies, and the etheric body and the astral body, and validate it for doing a good job. Making some changes energetically. And validate yourself up there in the corner of the room. Say, hey, I did a good job. I just gave myself a spiritual healing. I mean, Andrew talked me through a few things, but you were doing it. The sound and me were helping, but you were doing it. And then come on back down into behind your head and your body. And notice your breath and notice your body. And we're just going to let the sound kind of just let you marinate however you want now. Just let these healing vibrations help you at home. If you watch this a few times and go through it, you're going to get more and more awareness and more healing into your etheric body and your astral body and your physical body. Meditation is something that helps to do regularly. You know, it's not like I'm going to give you a shot of antibiotics to kill something. That's fine too. I got no problem with them. But meditation is like training spiritually. Like, when the people run and train to win a race or play football or basketball, whatever they play, meditation is a spiritual thing that requires regular participation by yourself. So please feel free to watch this video and do the work several times. Thanks for letting us all here join with you. Thanks to our 3 people who did great healing, and thanks to all the gong players here. I think we had a fun time. Okay, take care. Hey, it's no more than 2 minutes after that healing we just did, and I just thought we might have some things to share. I have no idea what we're going to find out. Might have some things to share from the participants. So for anyone at home who is going, hey, I had this kind of feeling or that kind of feeling, maybe it'll be similar. So here's Hyder. We'll just ask Hyder. Hyder, any kind of interesting things you experienced during that time?
It was just a real sense of calmness. Sure, most people feel that, and especially when you were talking about behind the eyes, and definitely I felt that pressure there. Yeah, just overall great experience.
Yeah. People forget sometimes, like, why can't they sometimes they go, why can't I have a thought of my own? Why can't I calm down my thinking? It's because we get so many other people's energies inside our head. And I don't mean just the brain, but inside the space that we should be existing in. That's our kind of birthright, the center of our head to do clear thinking and things like that. And so that can happen. And so there builds up a lot of pressure. I know when I've had a lot of business conversation or other stuff, I go into my head and I'm like, oh God, it just is a rock. So yeah, what you're experiencing was a lot of other people's voices, for whatever reason, good or bad, doesn't matter. It just can happen. Miss Sarah in the center here, what did you experience?
I was very relaxed, and yeah, it was a nice perspective to go up to the corner of the room and look at myself from outside of my body.
Good. Did you notice anything when you went in? Did you have any experience? You may not have, and that's fine. Like with the etheric body or the astral body, did you feel any energetic differences?
No.
No. Okay, that's fine. Some people won't. Some people doing this more will or won't. I was noticing it from the perspective here, kind of reading your energies, that you were all doing it. So that's why I was telling you you're doing it. Even if I had a feeling you might not be experiencing it, but you were all doing it. Like when I said bring your auras in, you all did, all that stuff. It's just I've been doing this for a long time, so I'm more aware of these things. And it's just great that if you're having a calm experience and I can still see you're doing all this stuff, it's working. And then we have Miss Sydney over here. Sydney, what was your experience?
So, one of the things that I felt was most impactful for me was getting rid of some of the negative things that I was holding on to that I picked up from like interactions with other people. I have a hard time with that. I'm like Velcro for other people's negativity and I just absorb it. And I it felt really therapeutic to just find that and have like that manifestation of like an outlet for it, feeling grounded. So that was really, really good for me.
Good. I I only know a few little things about Sydney, but what you described is what you've described to me before. So I'm great. It's great to hear that it worked for you because that is something you're working on, and this is just another way to help do it, you know. And so great, that's really good. Then we have the 4 gong players. Did anyone want to share anything they experienced?
I kind of lost the plot. I was just in the
Yeah.
gong. I was in the gong zone.
Right.
Half the time I couldn't hear anything. So,
All
but
right.
I mean, it felt like I feel like just playing the gong alone is such a sort of calming, blissful experience. You can't help but sort of receive a sort of stress relieving healing of some
Right.
kind.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Good. Anybody else?
I had a pretty fun, amazing experience as a playing with sound and identifying the astral body and the emotional body and my physical body as if in the same way that remember I have a toe,
Right.
and it's there. I don't just think about it, but those 3 bodies, and then to give them this triadic grounding chord, and then the sound. Like I kept feeling this amazing grounding sound. And those 3 bodies and sound by playing were all twisting together and like moving at that will of my conscious thought.
Yeah, these gongs are really grounding. These are really nice kind of tones that way. And Jen or Erin, if you want to share anything, if you don't, it's okay too.
I was doing some sound work earlier today, and it was a really heavy session, and I could feel during doing that, it was just pouring out and down, and just even looking at the gong, it's almost a meditation itself. Just like when they're so beautiful and artist made like that, you just feel like it was a new day. And if you look at the nipples, it's kind of like it's just like an opening of like the new earth, a new day. I don't know. It put me into like a really cool space, but I really enjoyed playing with that.
Good.
Yeah, and I always just like playing gongs with others. I love seeing how the gongs kind of relate to each other and which parts, like when I play the gong this way, how the others start to play their gongs. And I think playing as a group is always really, really fulfilling for me.
Great. And then let's just interview Brendan.
It was very nice.
Brendan listens to it all through headphones.
Yes, I hear myself very clearly.
All right. That's it. Thank you.